Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Career V2 where I'm taking myself from zero to hero. Here we go, it's the Chinese Grand Prix. If you missed out on the last race in Malaysia, I implore you to go watch it. It's not a desperate ploy, I think it's just an insane race, so much going on, so much chaos. But we actually came through all the chaos and managed to score our first ever point in our career. Really happy with that. That puts us level with HRT now, which is also pretty mad to say, but puts us ahead of the likes of Lotus and Toro Rosso. But we need to focus on this weekend now. Shanghai, circuit's okay. It's never really been my strongest circuit ever, but who knows with this AI what could happen. Let's get straight into qualifying, shall we? %85 chance of rain. It is hooning it down here in Shanghai for the Q1. As we saw last time in Malaysia, the weather can be a little bit temperamental, but we're going to go out on inters. It might get wetter, but let's see. Don't need to change the setup really. Let's have a look at the forecast for tomorrow. 35% chance of rain actually. So it could be worth doing a bit more of a wet setup. Let's stick it down the middle just in case it doesn't rain, because you know the forecast in this game is never really that true. So yeah, I need to stop talking. We need to get out there as soon as possible. Oh, really stepping out there. It's been a pretty quick lap so far. I've compared my sector time to Liuzzi in the Force India. I think I'm a little bit ahead of him. The objective is 20th place, so if we even just get into Q2, we will beat our objective. But as you've seen, we've been in Q3 3 times in a row. I need to concentrate for this final corner, make a decent habit of running wide there. A little bit wide on exit. It's going to hinder us a little bit, but final corner. Tuck in nicely, straighten up, shortest run to the line. Okay, 5.7 seconds ahead of Liuzzi. So, yeah, kind of in a different postcode to the pack behind. Fingers crossed it gets a little bit more wet so I don't have to set another lap. And I'll most likely see you guys in Q2 now. Well, this is why you can never trust the forecast in this game. You join me with only 2.5 minutes to go, and as you can see, I'm on slick tyres. I brought it back into the pits, then I skipped forward a little bit and I thought, oh, time's coming down, oh, I'm losing places. And then I started tumbling down, find myself in 8th now, so just to be safe, I don't think there's enough time for me to slip all the way down. There's Alguersuari, a little bit of an unsafe release. Come on, get out of my way, even though you're on options. As I was saying, I just want to be safe. You know, I should set a quicker lap than I've already done on intermediates. So it's just for my safety getting in. I'm not going to use a set of option tyres as we already find 3/10. So this is surely going to be worthwhile heading out on primes. Look at the grip that Alguersuari's got on those options. But I want to save those options for the next session, so that's the decision behind using primes, and hopefully I can get this over the line. Okay, got to the end of the lap. I was 1.6 seconds up at the end of sector 2. If I just make it to the line here, should improve. Perfect, just behind Button, a 10th behind Jensen Button in the McLaren, so that should easily see us through to the next session. Let's let Vettel through. Let's bring it in, let's head to Q2. Perfect, easily into Q2 there, P3 in the end. Sebastian Vettel setting the quickest lap right at the end, going for a bit of a glory run just to get himself through. Just because of the changeable conditions, I expect it to be a little bit of a mixed up grid. So we got the likes of Barrichello in 8th, Hamilton down in 7th. Obviously he's had a very disappointing start to this season. He's still on 0 points and his highest finish has been 18th. He's going to be looking to rectify that in this Grand Prix. Who else? Any shocks going? Karun's done it again. Karun's done it again in his HRT. He's beat Robert Kubica for one. 16th place. Karun Chandok. Wow. He's the shock of the season so far. Any big uns? Oh my days. Webber's out. And Alonso. Webber and Alonso out in Q1. And myself and Chandok through. I can't believe this. Mark Webber, Fernando Alonso, two of the main antagonists of the season so far. They've been knocked out by Karun Chandok. What's going to happen in Q2, boys? Let's find out. Oh, very deep into the final corner, penultimate corner. Heading into the final corner now. It's been an okay lap. First lap on option tyres, so let's see what we can get done. I mean, it's still 1.3 ahead of Buemi, so that's obviously good. That's the sort of driver we need to be beating in this session. Sutil takes the lead. He goes 5 tenths quicker than me, so okay. Definitely time to be found, but I'm going to regroup, head back to the pits, get some more fuel in the car, and try again.
Nice job. Went through in qualifying 3.
Perfect. Into Q3 for the 4th time in a row. Haven't missed Q3 yet this season. We are joined by the likes of, well, all the top runners apart from Webber and Alonso, who bottled it in Q1. Adrian Sutil doing well in the Force India to get through in P7 there, and then yeah, pretty normal candidates heading out in Q2. Still Karun Chandok not finishing last, beating Kamui Kobayashi, who of course won the last race. So yeah, 4th time in a row in Q3. Let's get it. Our car feels so lazy through this first massive corner into T2. Quick change direction. Get it down on the power nice and early as we head down towards the end of the first sector. Try and get this right. Looks all good to me. Hit the apex but run a little bit wide, maybe a bit too fast into the corner, but anyway we move on into the sweeping left and then sweeping right into kind of a similar corner to the horrible corner in Bahrain. This left-hander, I always can't judge that very well. Anyway, heading down towards the end of the 2nd sector now. Can't really tell where my lap time is. It doesn't feel particularly fast, look at it. So, alright, once again, let's try and nail this hairpin. Brake at 150 meters in a nice straight line, hit the curb. No auto spin, which is always a nice feeling. Button has provisional lead at the moment. Provisional lead, provisional pole. Anyway, final corner. Shortest run to line, what's it going to be? 5th place. Okay, not bad. Literally a 10th off Sutil, so might actually keep going on these set of tyres. So, oh wow, over 3.5 tenths round so far. Still 1.4 off the pace of Button, who's set an incredible lap 2 there, 1:35. I'm pretty sure that's the first 1:35 that I've seen this weekend. We've got one of the Red Bulls lurking behind me. That's always a little bit unsettling. Anyway, again, let's try and nail this again. Brake it a little bit later. Try not to touch the auto spin curb. Thank you, Jeff, as Vettel, yeah, he's looking to get on with it. Down in P8. Anyway. Oh, that felt good. Oh, ran way too wide there. Car didn't want to turn. Had to take 2 bites at cherry. Alright. I was momentarily up into 4th there. Yeah, Vettel was on a flying lap. He's probably not going to be too impressed with my driving. Anyway, that bumps us ahead of Sutil, up into 7th. I don't really have any tyres left, so that actually might be all she wrote for Q3. Anyway, P7 on a Virgin, I'm still going to take it. I'm going to take this rich vein of form I'm in qualifying so far. And if we end up P7, I'll be pretty happy with that.
All of the goals set for you this session. The boss is pretty pleased with you right now.
Get in. P7 here in China. I'm really pleased with that.
That's 7th place.
Come on, Jeff. Have a day off, would you? P7, row 4 for tomorrow's Grand Prix. Really, really happy with that. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't perform very well in this qualifying session, not going to lie, as China's not my strongest circuit. But anyway, Jenson Button on pole for tomorrow's race. But we've seen in the first 3 races that being on pole, you're kind of doomed. We've have had Hamilton on pole twice, and he's binned it twice, and then Vettel was on pole in Bahrain, no, in Australia, sorry, and he finished 15th. So Jenson Button should be scared for tomorrow. He's bound to have a terrible race. But yeah, anyway, let's hope that we don't have a bad race. Try and convert this P7 into some nice points tomorrow. Alright guys, welcome back. It's race day here for the Chinese Grand Prix. I've actually been away from the game for a couple of days. I've been away this whole weekend, so I actually need to reacquaint myself not only with what happened in qualifying, but with this game too. All I know is that it's going to be a one-stop strategy as always on the options, because we qualified in the top 10, lap 6 on primes. Pretty standard strategy for us today, but it's anything but a standard grid. You'll see Jenson Button, Sebastian Vettel, Hamilton. That's pretty normal. Myself in 7th, that's obviously not normal in the Virgin. Then we got the likes of Sutil, the 2 Renaults. That's the first one. Chandok in 16th, again having an incredible start to the season in his HRT. But then if you go down a little bit further, Kamui Kobayashi, who won the race last time out in Malaysia, Mark Webber down in 18th in his Red Bull, the championship leader at the moment, and Fernando Alonso. So the 3 drivers who have won races so far this season are way down the order. So hopefully we might see a new race winner today. Obviously Jenson Button kind of bottled it in Malaysia by not winning in that hectic race. So he'll be looking to make reparations today. Although, like we've seen, being on pole has normally meant that you retire from the race. But hopefully he can break the curse today. Alright, let's go out to the grid.
The team are expecting something special after your points finish last race. Don't disappoint them, mate.
Thanks, Jeff. I don't want Virgin giving me ridiculous objectives just because we scored some points last time in Malaysia. But here we go. It's the Chinese Grand Prix. Another lackluster start for us, but we're going to make it still in 7th place into Snail Corner for the first time. Trying not to hit Rosberg as he gets a bit tetchy with his teammate Schumacher. We're going to hang it around the outside. Schumacher's still on our inside. Engine getting cooked as usual. I think it's 3 wide. No, just me and Schumacher, but we've gained a place there. Ahead of Nico Rosberg. We're going to have to defend the inside line here. But I think after the first sector, yeah, we've managed to actually gain a place for once. But how long are we going to be able to stay ahead of Nico Rosberg for? Surely he's going to be a lot faster than us. As you can see, Barrichello back there has made a great start in his Williams. He's looking to get off the mark this season. But yeah, anyway, P6, very happy with that. Haven't gone backwards, so that's good. But I'm sure we will start to go backwards shortly. As very defensive with Massa and Schumacher ahead. As coming into the halfway point of lap 1 here. Just time to settle down as always. Got a nice exit on Rosberg there. Let's settle down into this race, shall we? Oh, Schumacher, poor exit off the final corner. We're going to slip into his slipstream. Yeah, look at that. Way more speed in that Works Mercedes. We're having a little look around the outside, maybe. No, oh, he kind of shut the door on me mid-corner there. Wasn't very nice from Schumacher, but we all know what his driving style was like back in the day. Anyway, it's all within the rule book, so can't really complain. Still maintaining 6th place, but for how long? You're kind of in a bit of a German melee here. One German ahead of us, 2 behind. Rosberg around the outside at Snell corner. If he can pull this off, that's going to be a really important move for him. And there he goes in his Mercedes. That puts me down into 7th place. That was, yep, thank you, Jeff, for stating the obvious. Yep, down to 7th place, back to where we started. And, you know, it was only a matter of time, really, until Nico made his way back past us. But hopefully for him, he can carry on up the order. He'll have his teammate up ahead. And we have Adrian Sutil behind us now, so we'll be looking to keep him behind for the time being. Oh wow, Sutil down the inside. I just can't hit that apex to tyres already on lap 4, feeling very worse for wear. As Sutil makes a pretty easy move down the inside. So he's up into 7th, we're down to 8th now. And now we've got Barrichello, who's made a really good start to this race. We've got a little bit of a gap back to, I think that's Della Rosa in his Sauber, so he'll be looking to stay up in 10th, to get himself off the mark as well, not just Barrichello, looking for his first points of the season. But yeah, we need to stop thinking about going down to 10th. We need to figure out how we're going to stay in 8th place for now. So Sutil has just driven off into the sunset. Maybe not. Yeah, he is. Oh wow, Massa into the pits. That's very early. So he's obviously on a 2-stop. Very weird strategy today. I actually did a test race before. I think when I recorded this initially, I did the race, but kind of wasn't really happy with my commentary in that. And yeah, I actually did a 2-stop as well, and it was absolutely terrible. So yeah, that's kind of going to put Massa out of the running for anything good in this race. But yeah, we're going to take that freebie and head up into 7th place. Oh wow, Rubens Barrichello sweeping around my outside. No, he ducks out of it for last. I don't know if I squeezed him a little bit off the road. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I thought he was just going to drive straight around the outside of us. That would have been an insane move from the veteran there. But anyway, we're still in 7th. Look at our front tyres now. You can see how ratty they look now. I love using the word ratty as an adjective. Anyway, oh god, I need to keep it on the road. Barrichello looking down my inside. It's going to be a drag into the second Snell corner of the track. He's not got any confidence on the inside. And we sweep around the outside. Thank you very much. We're going to maintain 7th for now and hopefully make it into our pit box as a third of our tyres goes orange. We need to get these off as soon as possible, really. Here we go. Barrichello and Kubica right on our tail as we're going to whack into... Whoa! Sutil absolutely ragged it around the corner. That's insane confidence from the German. Anyway, oh, we got Barrichello inside me right now. That's not what you really want. Anyway, going to make it into our pit box now. I have a really bad feeling we're going to get held up here. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Get me out. Get me out. There's Schumacher. Here we go. There we go. This is what happens when you pit at the same time as everyone else. You'll get shuffled to the back of the grid, and we're going to be behind that. I very nearly swore there. We're going to be behind this Toro Rosso now, which is absolutely excellent. It's 22nd place. We're ahead of Chandok, who I'm worried that he's retired from this race. That'd be a shame for him after his great qualifying once again. Anyway, 22nd place. I fear that we're in last place now. So thanks to the team for that, being too frigid to get me out in between someone. So thanks guys, really helping me out here. Alright, here we go, lap 10, little checkpoint I guess as Petrov comes in for his second stop. As we have a load more people into the pits now, slowly making some positions back after that horrible pit stop that we had. And so we re-emerge ahead of Alguersuari up into 15th. Now my teammate's made his pit stop. I haven't been able to make any inroads on Bohemi. I have no pace on these primes at all. I can only see myself gaining points if people come into the pits at this rate. And I'll have to try my best to stay ahead of Alguersuari and the rest of these back markers. So I guess the objective now is just to stay ahead of these guys. And yeah, it's a massive shame because we were up in what, P6, P7? Yeah, it's just a shame really that the game has kind of let me down and not let me rejoin in between anyone in the pits. But yeah, I have to take these on the chin and learn the lesson to not come in on the most populated lap, I guess. Oh, there goes Jaime Alguersuari on my inside. I'm going to have to leave him some space. Can he get the right traction? No, he can't. Can't quite get his foot down. As I think I caught a glimpse of a Ferrari into the pits. I think I did. There's Massa again. There he goes. So that's going to be us up into 12th place. Lap 13 now. Complete contrast to last time out. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Every time I want to talk, he talks. And I don't know if there's some sort of God complex going on with Jeff. But anyway, up into P12, like I said, massive contrast between last time out in Malaysia and this race. Not really anything going on. Oh, God, very deep into turn 4 there. Yeah, nothing going on really. Even the test race I had was way more exciting than this, I'll tell you that. Yeah, not really much going on. You can't expect every race to be an absolute banger, so that's completely fine. And anyway, P12, if we can consolidate this, we've been having a right ding-dong battle with Alguersuari anyway. If we can carry on where we are, maybe
Push it. You can overtake this guy easily.
maybe if a couple people in the top 10 pit again, or have a little fight, or retire, there we have an outside chance of points here. I can't really see a way past Bohemi at the moment, but I think I've got the measure of Alguersuari, so if we can stay here, I'll be very happy. Obviously, it could have been a lot more today, but anyway, 4 laps to go as we look to complete lap 13. As I think Liuzzi's just got past Alguersuari, that's very nice. Alguersuari's going to be really unhappy with that. He's been trying to pass me for 3-4 laps now, and now the first time I've asked him, Liuzzi's got past him, so not great for the Spaniard there. Oh, look, Liuzzi. Very late on the brakes. Nice move from the Force India driver there. Fair play. I was kind of waiting for the dive bomb there. I knew it would come, and it did. So down to 13th now as we start lap 15. Still way ahead of my objective, and so can't really get too angry, but yeah, I'm still ruining that pit stop's really got my head on Mars after that. That's really annoying, but anyway, there's not much you can do about it. Just keep your head going. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, join me on the final lap of this race, lap 17, and it looks like Hamilton is going to bounce back massively. This is exactly how you do it. He's going to be ecstatic if he can bring this home. These are actually his first points of the season, which is an incredible thing to say, but yeah, what a way to bounce back from a terrible start. He's going to hopefully bring it home in his McLaren. Not sure what's happened to Button, but I assume he's still up there in the mix. But anyway, P13 it looks like for us, if we can keep Jaime Alguersuari behind us and his Toro Rosso. He's going to be really frustrated after this. Really frustrated after being behind me this whole stint, basically. And there we go. Lewis Hamilton wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Great return for him. Didn't start on pole, but he made his way up to the front with, I assume, a nice little overcut. So good for him to get off the mark, up and running, and hopefully put that bad run of form behind him. But anyway, only 2 corners for us to navigate until the end now. And yeah, we've never really had the pace to move forward. We had the pace to keep up, but not to move forward. But anyway, P13, you know what? It's not too bad. Well, my driver's clearly quite happy with it.
Good race, well done. I'll see you back at the garage.
A little bit of a muted response from Jeff, however. Anyway, P13. You can't, like I said, you can't always have a banger of a race. It's a little bit more routine for us today. Completely opposite end of the spectrum to last time. But anyway, I digress. P13 for us today in our Virgin. Anyway, up at the sharp end. Wow, Lewis Hamilton makes it. Is at the front of a McLaren 1-2. Great result for them. They're kind of lagging behind in the constructors, but this will see them make a much greater image in that championship. Nico Rosberg again. I think that's his 3rd podium of the season. Incredible start to the season from him in his Mercedes. Kamui Kobayashi, wow. What a race from him. 17th to 4th in a Sauber. I don't know what Sauber are smoking. What are their strategies on? I want some of that. Michael Schumacher up in P5. He's been really consistent. Mercedes really good this season at the start. Sebastian Vettel down from 2nd down to 6th. He's going to be pretty unhappy with that. Fernando Alonso, wow. Great recovery drive from him. Like we saw in Malaysia, he finishes in 7th. Rubens Barrichello, another veteran of the grid. He gets his first points of the season. Kubica in 9th. And Sutil, the last point scorer this time round. Sebastian Buemi brings home Toro Rosso's best finish this season, but still looking for that elusive first point. Vitantonio Liuzzi just ahead of me. And then Alguersuari, Bruno Senna in his HRT, so it's not bad. It's not bad, obviously Chandok taking all the plaudits there, but Bruno Senna still plugging along. He brings it home in 15th. Kovalainen and Felipe Massa, yeah, the 2-stop was never going to work. Never going to work. I'm assuming Petrov's going to be down here as well. Yeah, 21st. And Webber, yeah, 22nd. Terrible, terrible race. A whole weekend actually for Webber, one to forget for him. Then we have the likes of Trulli, my teammate in 19th. Hulkenberg, and then Chandok and De La Rosa DNF. De La Rosa was running in the points at one point, and obviously we're always rooting for Chandok. To see him retire is never a nice thing to see. Anyway, let's have a look at the standings. I think we're down to P16 now after Barrichello scores his first points, and obviously Lewis Hamilton scoring his first points as well, which is crazy to say. Anyway, Mark Webber, wow, joint equal with Jenson Button now for the lead of the championship after 4 races. It's very close actually. Fernando Alonso only 4 points behind, and then Nico Rosberg 3 points behind him. So, like I'm saying, Rosberg is a dark horse. I don't know if he's got the ultimate pace to actually challenge for the long run, but yeah, Mercedes could definitely be in with a shout. Kamui Kobayashi again, insane run of form for him in his first full season of his career. He's in 5th place at the moment. Schumacher, Vettel down in 8th. Him and Hamilton have got a lot of ground to make up. Anyway, in the constructors, we're still joint with HRT. The position count back in our favour for now. Still Lotus and Toro Rosso waiting to score their first points of the season. But Mercedes, wow, 4 points ahead in the constructors, ahead of McLaren. 2 points ahead of Red Bull. They need Vettel to pull his finger out in order to get back to the front. And Ferrari still in there, not lagging as much as McLaren were, but still in 4th place. Sauber ahead of Renault, which is crazy to me. Anyway, guys, I know that was a little bit of a lackluster race, but you need those sometimes. It can't always be a cracker of a race. Anyway, next time out, I assume it's going to be another pretty routine race at Catalonia for the Spanish Grand Prix. I'll see you guys there. I implore to be a little bit more consistent, and I'm not taking the mickey when I say that. I've been away this weekend, and we had so much going on in my life recently, so now it's time to crack on, and we're going to be getting episodes out very regularly from now on. And if you like the sound of that, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.